At number 1, Poco X6 Pro. Introducing Poco X6 Pro 5G phone. The phone has 6.67 inches AMOLED display, with 120Hz refresh rate and 240Hz touch sampling rate. The chin is very low and have 90% screen-to-body ratio. First 1.5K resolution smartphone in this budget price segment with 12-bit panel. The support of Dolby Vision and 446 ppi provide amazing view. Very quick in-display fingerprint for security needs. 1800 nits are enough. And no problem if you use under sunlight condition. The yellow one has vegan leather back and others has plastic. Very nice glossy finish. Looks like glass. The smartphone has 8.1mm thickness and the weight is 198 gram, which feel heavy. Phone packed with Dimensity 8300 Ultra chipset. The Antutu is very outstanding, which is 14 lakh plus and Geekbench scores also good. 3x high performance as compared to Poco X6 Pro. 64 megapixel main camera, 8 megapixel ultra-wide and 2 megapixel macro lens. Camera quality is good, but not excellent. You can say that camera result is average. If you are a camera lover, this phone is not for you. These are some samples captured with Poco X6 Pro. You can record max 4K at 30 fps video with main camera, and FHD video at 30, 60, 120, and 240 fps with EIS support. It has 16 megapixel selfie shooter. The phone runs HyperOS based on Android 14. It has LPDDR5X RAM and UFS 4.0 storage type. The phone packed with 5000 mAh battery and 67 watt fast charger. At number 2, Infinix GT20 Pro. This is the Infinix GT20 Pro. Phone has 6.78 inches AMOLED display with 144Hz fast refresh rate. GT20 Pro got 1300 nits of peak brightness, and also comes with NEG glass protection on front. Display is pretty bright, even in outdoor. 1 billion color display with 388 pixel density. Phone support in-display fingerprint sensor and face unlock for security needs. GT20 Pro has industrial boxy design with an addition of RGB light, which you can customize if you want. The back and sides are made of plastic. Phone support IR blaster, but no headphone jack, which is important for gaming phone. Also has IP54 rating to protect from dust and splashes. The phone is powered by Dimensity 8200 Ultimate chipset. There is also dedicated gaming chip to enable gaming feature. There are many other features like esports and very large cooling system. In BGMI, the gameplay is very smooth with 80+ frame rates most of the time. In Genshin Impact, phone performed pretty well with constant 60 frame rate. You can consider this phone for gaming purpose. Phone has 108 megapixel main camera and other are 2 megapixel macro and depth sensor. The photos come out with this phone are not much good. This is average camera phone. These are some samples of GT20 Pro. Although phone can record 4K at 60 fps, but OIS doesn't kick here. Both are the samples of GT20 Pro. On front, phone has 32 megapixel selfie shooter. Phone runs XOS 14 based on Android 14 and packed with 8 and 12 GB of RAM with 256 GB of storage. Phone support NFC, Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.3. Phone is powered by 5000 mAh battery with 45 watt of fast charger. At number 3, Nordsa 4. This is very budget phone by OnePlus. Smartphone has 6.67 inches Fluid AMOLED display with 120Hz fast refresh rate. Also the phone has Aqua Touch display just like OnePlus 12 and 12R. Basically this means you can use with wet finger or in rain. The display HA is nice, punchy colors, thanks to the 10-bit panel, and excellent contrast in HDR10 Plus certified. But unfortunately HDR support on Netflix and YouTube was not showing earlier, but after an update, it start working. The screen is also pretty bright, brightness rating in HDR is round about 910 nits, which is lower than the claimed 1100 nits. But good for indoor and outdoor use. Also support in-display fingerprint and face unlock. Although it's all made of plastic, but this marble design does look premium. Not a finished phone, but it's quite light, having a weight of 186 gram. Also has IP54 water rating. Apart from the, you also get IR blaster on top side. Nord CE4 comes with the Snapdragon 7 Gen 3 chipset and performance is quite good. The benchmark is fairly well but could not beat the Poco X6 Pro. If comparing with 2A, the multi-score is much high. Nord CE4 has dual camera on rear, 50 megapixel main camera with OIS, and 8 megapixel ultra-wide sensor. Camera performance is sort of mixed bag. In daylight condition, primary camera takes decent pictures with good amount of detail. These are some samples of Nord CE4. In low light, the Nord CE4 captured good photos, but if you will compare with Nothing Phone 2A, you will feel Nothing Phone is better than OnePlus. You can record max 4K at 30 FPS. Here the video quality is good. On front, phone has 16 megapixel selfie shooter. It runs ColorOS 14 based on Android 14. And packed with 8 GB RAM with 128 and 256 GB of storage. Phone is powered by 5500 mAh battery with 100 watt of fast charger. At number 4, Nothing Phone 2A. This is Nothing Phone 2A. The phone has 6.7 inches, AMOLED display having 120 Hz, fast and smooth refresh rate. I was thinking about 1.5K resolution, but here is only FHD display with 1 billion colors, and HDR works good on YouTube, but lacks of HDR support on Netflix, because there is no bloatware in Nothing Phone policy, which makes Nothing Phone's rear. The display is fairly sharp, because of 1300 nits peak brightness, can be used easily, indoor and outdoor condition. Back and sides of the phone is made of plastic, unlike metal and glass on Nothing Phone 1, but in hand feel is so good. It feels extremely lightweight, even packed with big battery. On downside, phone has SIM tray, microphone, USB Type-C and speaker grill. Moving to the left side, phone has volume rocker and power button on right side. Here is an other microphone on top side. On back, phone has glyph light to indicate notification, calls, volume change and many other functions. There is also IP54 rating to handle small amount splashes and dust particles. Under hood, phone is powered by Dimensity 7200 Pro chipset. The Antutu and Geekbench scores are pretty good if you compare with other phones in this segment. You can runs BGMI at 60 FPS and 90 FPS on COD in low setting, and Genshin Impact runs 40 to 45 FPS in medium setting. Phone has dual 50 megapixel Samsung sensors. When it comes to photography, the images are so good and pretty. There is no over sharpness, and colors look natural, details are similar to what you actually see with your own eyes. Moving to low light or night mode. Colors are so good, but less amount of detail. You can record max 4K video at 30 FPS. On front, phone has 32 megapixel selfie camera. It runs Nothing OS 2.5.5, based on Android 14 and packed with 8 and 12 GB of RAM, with 128 and 256 GB of storage. Nothing Phone 2A will get 3-year major and 4 years of security update. Nothing Phone 2A is powered by 5000 mAh battery with 45 watt fast charger. At number 5, Moto Edge 50 Fusion. Moto Edge 50 Fusion has 6.67 inches POLED curved display with 144 Hz fast refresh rate and 1600 nits of brightness in high brightness mode, which is good for outdoor users. Apart from that, display is protected with Gorilla Glass 5. Also support water touch, SGSI protection technology and in-display fingerprint scanner. Very bright FHD display with 393 pixel density and 91% screen-to-body ratio. Back of the phone is made of eco leather and weight is 174 gram, 7.9 millimeters thick frame, which made of plastic. Phone comes with IP68 water rating to protect from water. It was launched in 3 different colors. Edge 50 Fusion packed with 7S Gen 2 chipset. This is not a really powerful processor, but according to price, it looks good. In benchmark test, phone performed decent. You can play BGMI at 60 FPS. Phone comes with 50 megapixel Sony LYT700 sensor with OIS 2ND1 is 13 megapixel ultra-wide sensor with AF support. Very decent camera. In daytime, the photos turn out is amazing, with natural colors and good details. Good zooming capacity. The macro mode also works well and provide detail in depth. In night camera samples. This phone definitely surprised me. It took some good photos with good details and on-point colors. In short, you can get good photos in low light or night mode. You can record max 4K video at 30 FPS. On front, phone has 32 megapixel selfie shooter. It runs Android 10 and packed with 8 and 12 GB of RAM with UFS 2.2 storage type. Phone is powered by 5000 mAh battery and 68 watt charger.